And we are live. And it's been a minute. I had an illness. Some Europeans were in the office and bringing European germs.
Those immigrants with a disease.
Just the normal Euro. I have no great love for the Euros.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Europeans in general.
Hmm.
Hey, what's your ethnicity? You got to be somewhere around there.
Oh no.
Oh, you're. I didn't realize you're Brazilian.
I There's a Brazilian ancestors that would no. Welsh Scottish actually.
Oh, okay. Technically, that's part of Europe, isn't it? The continent.
No.
Is Scotland its own continent?
No, it's an island. It's part of an island.
Is Bermuda not part of North America?
You know what? You can fuck right off. How's that?
All right, details.
Because we just hit a minute, so that I can say that. That's okay.
That's early. Usually takes a little while. Usually have to bring up the QR code in the corner or something.
I generally try to wait about 30 seconds because you
Okay.
can't drop F-bombs in the first 30 seconds. You can do a few other things, say a few other things, but first 30 seconds of a video, you just can't.
Are you now demonetized?
Yeah. Can't drop the big one.
Yeah.
Speaking of dropping the big one, see that segue?
Lots of big ones.
Since last we spoke, the world has gone into an epic shit show of demented fucking man baby.
Well, that's a good topic.
This is just right. Is the U.S. completely screwed? Well, I mean,
yeah. On that thought,
I don't know about you, but I don't know about you, but I'm in an industry that depends entirely on disposable income, discretionary income, and easy access to credit. And gas prices significantly negatively impact my industry. So, hi. This is all fucking wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, go back to what you were saying. Going back to what you said earlier, you're kind of going this direction. Why do you think this is happening? Like, why did he do it?
I think he always wanted to do it. I mean, he significantly tried. I mean, he tried his damnedest to do it in his first administration, and saner heads prevailed. And that's, I mean, I think that's got. Isn't that what got one of the? Who was the general that was his White House chief of staff in the first administration? I think
Petraeus or whatever. Was it Petraeus?
No, it wasn't Petraeus. The name escapes me, but
anyways.
Anyway, I think that's. I think going against him on Iran was kind of partly what got him fired because he doesn't like to be told no. It's sort of like with Noam. All right. She didn't get fired for her gross mismanagement of a critical government agency. She didn't get fired for her gross mismanagement of FEMA. She didn't get fired for, bumping uglies with Corey Lewandowski, who, if I recall correctly, got divorced because he was abusive to his wife. None of that made a dent. It was contradicting him in public and implying that he authorized $250 million for a plane that got her fired.
That was for a plane or the marketing campaign?
The marketing campaign. Sorry, the marketing campaign. Campaign.
The clam bake.
That's what got her fired.
Yeah.
Not any of the other shit.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like to be embarrassed or people to cast blame on him in public.
Do you think she's going to turn on him now?
No. She's coming soon to a WWE cage match near you. She's now Shield of the America.
What do you mean?
That's literally they created an organization called Shield of the Americas, and she is an official in the Shield of the Americas.
No way. That's real.
It's fuck all real. Yes.
Holy crap! I haven't heard
I'm
that.
sure they made it up on the spot, but it is now a
Wow.
real thing that exists.
You're a
Shield of
genius.
the Americas. And back in the day, I was a huge wrestling fan. I loved it. I still think it's better than MMA, but or UFC. But I can only, I mean, look at all the cosplaying and everything else she did as Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. Can you imagine what she's going to do as Shield of the Americas?
It's kind of ingenious, to be honest. So the Democrats need to come up with their own wrestling character now. Who would that be?
Oh, put them in a
Man, it's
cage
good.
match with Christy Nome.
It's gonna be so lame though. We don't have any good ones. We need like Marjorie Green or whatever her name is to like be on our side.
Oh, see, Marjorie Taylor Greene would dust Christy Nome.
Oh,
Have
absolutely.
you seen Have you seen Marjorie Taylor Greene's CrossFit videos?
Yeah, she's super into it. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a beast.
she's definitely on the TRT.
Nice. No, I mean it would I would buy that pay-per-view. I will just say this.
I mean, that'd be worth watching because you know Marjorie's gonna actually take some shots on her. Like she's not gonna like just play by the rules. She's gonna
Oh, yeah.
actually
Oh, it's
poke her in
gonna,
the eye or something.
it'll be absolutely
Absolutely.
dirty. So
Yeah.
segueing a little bit into that, I broke down and I was watching the UFC fight yesterday. And I was
Okay.
very much reminded of why I don't like watching UFC.
Okay. How so?
It immediately went on the ground. I swear one guy was blowing into the other's ear.
Yeah.
Pereira was riding the Brit like Seabiscuit. I mean,
Yeah.
just give me a boxing match. Just give me a boxing fight. Just
You know, boxing is actually more dangerous than UFC. Isn't that crazy?
I believe it because UFC basically just winds up on the ground in submission holds, which is why I don't watch it. I
They
know
do
it-
break it up now. It's better than it used to be.
but come on, it is a complete marketing job. It winds up on the ground. It's basically two dudes grinding on each other for an extended period of time. So I stopped watching that and went to, I shit you not, the best of Ultimate Slap Fight for 2025.
Okay.
Have you ever serious? Have you ever seen this shit?
I've seen slap fighting. Yes, it's crazy. I can't imagine they must. These guys, I don't even think these guys get paid any money. I mean, I hope they do, but to
I
take
hope
that
they-
shot
I
for
hope they
nothing is
do, because
insane.
This is, I mean, you think like UFC fighters are supposed to be these big bad badasses? Can you imagine just standing there
No,
while
No.
someone just open hand slaps you to the point of unconsciousness?
no, because you can't. I mean, you can brace yourself all day and night against that. It's still not going to make.
Can't.
It's still going to rattle your brain around your head.
I don't care how much I mean, you would have to have a neck stronger than braided steel cords to
Because
withstand.
they slap you right on the chin too.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I watch it occasionally, and I started a good 3-4 years ago, and they now put like plugs in their ears so they don't puncture eardrums. But it is. I mean, you want to talk about something that is.
Oh, because
I mean-
people would slap them on the side of the head and then the eardrum. Oh wow, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, I've seen it
Yeah,
happen.
that's nasty.
I mean, they bled for. I mean, yeah, it popped the eardrum big time.
My
So they
God.
now have some safety things going on. But I mean, I'm watching these things, and I swear I saw at least 2 people have monoclonal seizures after they get hit. I mean, it's just brutal.
It doesn't surprise me. The dudes are usually. I mean, what I saw it a couple times, and the guys were huge.
Well, there's
Really?
they now
300
have
pounders.
well,
Oh, they have
see,
weight
that's the
classes
thing, they
now?
now have weight classes.
Yeah, whatever. That seems like something you'd see out of Russia or whatever. They always have the craziest fighting.
I think it pretty much started in in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me either, but occasionally I will watch it and I am mystified by just how did this even come up? Like, how did this even happen? I feel like it started with a dare.
So is the Iran war? Is it Trump's slap fighting? To
I think,
basically, because they call it the Epstein war. So
well, I think blackmail plays a big part in it. Netanyahu has wanted to do this for at least 40 years.
yeah, they have footage of him talking about Iran nuking the world. Like, yeah, exactly, like 40 years ago.
I think he just finally found a patsy. He finally found a U.S. president that he could manipulate or blackmail enough to actually go through with this crazy shit.
Is it Robert Massey? Is that his name? The congressman from
Thomas Massey.
Thomas Massey. Yeah, did you hear what he said recently? He literally came out in a press conference and said that the United States government is controlled by Israel.
Yeah. How else can you explain it?
But for a congressman, a sitting congressman, to be able to say that, and a Republican one, I'm like, holy crap.
Well, I have not verified this, but based off a thumbnail kind of what I know of their campaign financing, do you know what's very interesting about the elected officials that have spearheaded all the Epstein file release?
No, what?
They take very, very little money, if not none, from APAC.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
I mean, how much more evidence do you need?
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the positive things you're seeing a lot more in a lot of these debates that are going around the special elections is they're literally calling each other out. Like, do you take APAC money? Do you take APAC money? So
It's one of those things. And I get it. I mean, I was a huge supporter of Israel, but when you dig into it, okay, so first it was the 9/11 files being declassified, and then you see like Israel is basically all over 9/11
yeah.
and didn't do anything. Then you go into the Iraq War, which some of those files have been declassified, and you see that almost all the sourcing and push for the Iraq War was from Israel. And now, what? They've got us in with Iran? That's not an ally.
Well, yeah, I mean, it goes deep, obviously, and everything that's coming out with the files. I mean, there's been some image dumps with Trump, and they hasn't hit mainstream media whatsoever. In fact, the talking heads aren't even really going over it that much. Everybody's so focused on Iran. So it's working.
Which was exactly the point.
Yeah. Have you done your taxes yet?
Mm-hmm.
I just figured out that I think I owe Benjamin Netanyahu about 15 grand. It sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, just the amount of American treasure, not to mention the lives, which apparently just hit number 7, which I'm like, okay. Dumped in this is ridiculous. I mean, there's a meme going around, which is not like unheard of. This is something that, way back we're talking about back in, through Iraq and Kuwait and all that, but of a U.S. Air Force destroying a, $3,000 Toyota with a $30 million smart bomb. And the money behind it is just unbelievable. The operational cost of just having those 3 aircraft carriers there.
The economics are not in our favor.
Staggering.
They're trading $15,000 to $20,000 drones for, what? $50 million interceptors.
Yeah. I mean, these things are made out of styrofoam and cardboard, and they're like they're making them in their garages.
Yeah, we're
Did
not.
you hear about the blown up? They took a page out of World War II. They blew up like helicopters on the ground,
They were
and
painted.
there's like
Yeah,
bombs
they were just
blowing them
painted
up.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're yep. And then there's the whole Anthropic. They used Anthropic Claude in order to do the targeting list.
they did. I thought they couldn't do that.
Well, when has that stopped these people from doing anything?
No, I
Honestly,
thought there's too many safeguards. That was the whole point of like the DOW bringing them in, trying to get them to remove the safeguards, and they refused and all this.
right? But it can do a targeting list as long as there's a human in the loop.
Oh,
Which leads into a segue of there is now significant credible evidence that the Iranian girls' school that was hit was us, the United States. And now there is evidence that not only did we deliberately target the school, but we also performed a double tap. So it was hit twice, 40 minutes apart. The first time, obviously, it was hit, and 40 minutes later, after first responders had arrived to perform emergency services.
wow.
And there's video on that. Try to find a good one here. So this is a video from with Chris Murphy on Jake Tapper. It does not talk about the double tap, but it definitely talks about how it seems like we were the ones that bombed it.
I have seen that in mainstream media.
Then
It's going around, it's making the circles.
Well, here's another kind of influencer video from 3 days ago. This is one of the first videos from 3 days ago that talked about it being a double tap. Hello.
Any audio on that?
Here. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
On Saturday morning, a strike hit the Sarajah Tayyibeh Girls Elementary School in Manab, Iran. There were roughly 170 girls inside, aged 7 to 12. After the first strike, the principal and a teacher moved surviving students to the prayer hall. The principal called parents and told them to come pick up their children. Then the second strike hit the prayer hall. One father was told to come get his daughter. She had survived the first bomb. The second hit before he got there. He identified her by her school bag. She was still holding it. 165 people were killed, almost all of them girls. 69 bodies are so badly destroyed, they are doing DNA testing. Parents identified some children only by the gold bracelets they were wearing. This was reported by Middle East Eye with corroboration from Al Jazeera, NPR, and The Guardian. A double tap is when you strike a target, wait for survivors and rescuers to gather, and strike the same location again. It is designed to maximize casualty. It is a war crime. Russia has done it in Syria. Israel has done it in Gaza. And based on the location of the strike in southeastern Iran, weapons experts told NPR it was most likely carried out by the United States. Israel has denied involvement. White House has not denied it. 5 days later, the best they can manage is that they are, quote, investigating. And here's the question no one in this administration wants to answer. Satellite imagery shows the school was separated from a nearby military compound by a wall that was built over a decade ago. Experts say it's possible the target database was never updated. An AI and robotics expert told AFP that the volume of strikes across Iran suggests artificial intelligence was used for target selection, and that the critical question is whether the data was outdated. So who's responsible? The analyst who built the target list? The AI system that flagged the site? The commander who authorized the strike? The president who started the war? Because a 7-year-old holding her school bag in a prayer hall is not a military target, and somebody put her in the blast radius. Somebody will be held accountable for this, or nobody will. And right now, based on everything this administration has shown us, I think we all know which one it's going to be. Content warning. This story involves the deaths of children. What I'm about to
Unbelievable.
So there's that.
Especially in this day and age, and how much money is spent on intelligence. Like, this is the best they got. I mean, give me a break. It's insane. I mean, there's a lot of talk about the targets overall. Like, the people who are more progressive in the parts of Iran, those are the ones we're hitting. The ones that were basically for the regime change, that were looking for more Western culture. Those are the ones that we're attacking. And the thought behind that, the theory is that that's where Israel wants to move in. They want to take that part of Iran.
How is that even feasible? There's a few
Boots
countries
on the ground. Boots on
I
the
understand
ground.
that. There's a few countries between Israel and there. No, I mean, if anything, I think hasn't Israel already moved into southern Lebanon?
Yeah, I mean, in Lebanon's basically it's a free for all at this point. They have open slave markets. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Lebanon.
not even a real country anymore. It's just no man's land.
I mean, southern Lebanon is definitely going to be part of Israel here shortly. I mean, that's just the way that's just what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, all of this is basically a lot of expansionism from the get go. Just looking for an opportunity.
I mean, expansionism for what? I mean,
for Israel.
Yeah, not for the United States.
No.
Yeah. And then
did you get that check in the mail yet from the Venezuelan oil?
Dude, I got both my Doge refund check,
nice.
My Venezuela oil check. I got my
tariff check.
Yeah, my tariff check. Well, no, I just got a notice that's in the mail.
Oh, okay, that's coming. I haven't gotten mine yet either.
That's even so. The tariff check. Let's talk about the tariff check real quick, because I think a lot of people think they're actually going to see money from that, and even if there is a refund, it's going to go. It is going to go to the people that paid the tariff, which guess what is not you or I.
Not us. Yeah.
It's the people that paid the import tariff, which
isn't that nice? Little bump in the profit for that year, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sure it's going to
right to ownership,
pass on to consumers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to bring their prices down too. Absolutely. Yeah.
And before we get on to Epstein, which I know is top of your mind, I understand. I just have one other thing I want to bring up, and that is in the state of Indiana. And I don't know if this has happened anywhere else, but I'm sure it is something that will begin happening. A private equity firm, BlackRock.
Oh boy.
Underwritten by the California Pension Fund and Dubai, has purchased AEP Utilities. So, and they are taking it public, or they're taking it private. So we are now in their private equity is not satisfied anymore with totally dismantling our entire healthcare system
and our housing market,
manufacturing, and our entire manufacturing base, and the housing market, and veterinary care and nursing homes. They are now moving into our electricity itself.
That makes sense. I'm surprised they haven't gone after water like that T-Bone Pickens guy did in Texas years ago.
Here's the thing. I don't even know. I mean, have our laws really become so lax that this can happen? I mean, public utilities are supposed to be public. They're subsidized by the public, so that because we have decided that people having electricity is in general a good thing. And
yeah,
how can they even take it private?
I mean, it's a complete monopoly. There's no competing electricity companies.
Exactly. That's why it's a utility.
That's why
they have to abide by certain laws. They have to. This is insane. And now you have a bunch of people who don't live in the state of Indiana, who don't pay taxes in the state of Indiana, who don't vote in the state of Indiana, that will profit off increasing electrical rates and shittier service for the citizens of the state of Indiana, including fucking the sovereign wealth fund for Dubai, for the UAE.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that?
I mean,
A foreign country gets to soak U.S. residents for shareholder value, and our governor and our federal government is okay with this. I'm not naive. I know exactly why they're okay with it. I'm just saying, I'm just asking the question, like, how is this in any way the American dream?
I've had so many of these conversations lately with people. I had one the other day about, I was mentioning his guys is a very big sports fan, huge college sports fan. And I mentioned how, I don't know if you know this, but a few years ago there was a law passed basically stating that if you're a college athlete and your college you're going to is making money off your likeness, like
Yep.
your literally your name
UIL.
through video games, you
Yep.
you get a chunk of the money. Trump is just overturned that.
He can't.
No, he did. He's passed an executive order and he's having it overturned.
I love how people think these executive orders have any type of authority outside
Well, he's
the
proposing
executive branch of the federal government.
Well, they're making moves based on that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's an attempt. I mean, I'm sure he signed an executive order.
Well, he did it when he came into office a year ago. So now it's taking effect as of I think it's another year of this, and then they're going back to what it used to be.
Again, he has no
And so this
authority.
individual, I'm pretty sure he voted for Trump, and he asked me, like, why would Trump do that? And I'm like, because they paid him. He's transactional. To your point with the electricity company.
Yeah,
Like
the universities and
BlackRock
the
paid them,
conferences.
and now they deregulate, and now the ownership can be privatized.
Yeah,
Same thing with Social Security too. They want to go after that same way.
Of course, 401ks. This is all, and the private equity industry is tanking if they didn't have this.
Oh, that'd be amazing if that was the case. It's probably the worst thing about this country outside of Walmart.
But that's what all these moves are. They're a rescue bailout plan for private equity firms.
I had somebody recently ask me, like,
it's like utilities.
Yeah,
it's a life support system for private equity. They can't.
When does the police force become privatized?
When does that become privatized? Never, because the one union,
our department,
because the one union that conservatives like or Republicans like is the police union. It's the only.
Oh, unless they're defending the Capitol, then they're all not patriotic.
Well, I saw a video the other day, and it's something I've discussed, not on video or anything else, but it is something I've talked about for a while, and that's social media and how narratives, essentially. And if you can control narratives and people stop being, turn off their critical thinking, then realistically, all that you're left with is a facade. You can download whatever you want, and if people are not afraid of hypocrisy, then or shame, then you can get them to believe or do anything. And look at the Iran war. I'm actually surprised that there are so many right-wing influencers and social media figures that are actually sticking to their belief on, no, we voted for no new wars. This is a brand new war. But
Nick Fuentes apparently is telling his supporters to vote Democratic.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson's all about it too.
That's right, USMC. Checks and balances stopped because the Congress stopped.
To that note, quickly, I had a friend of mine, somebody I know. He said to me, "What are the Democrats about?" And I don't really know what Democrats are about anymore. But personally, it comes down to our personal beliefs. Like USMC here, I'm sure he's probably going to agree with me. Like personally, I believe in personal freedoms. I believe in capitalism. I believe in the idea of regulation, consumer protections, worker protections. I mean, that's pretty much the basis of how I view everything through in a lens. And the consolidation of ownership and privatizing every these things that are monopolies is just, it's anti-American. It really is. It's
It absolutely is.
anti-capitalism.
It is anti-capitalism. I don't necessarily believe in
Really?
capitalism. I believe in competition.
Well, competition and capitalism are two different things.
There's some wiggle room there, but you're not wrong.
I mean, capitalism can't work without
TBD,
competition.
TBD. I've been working on a narrative on that. But so specifically where we have gone off the rails this time around, as far as checks and balances, is that the Speaker of the House has a tremendous amount of power. And I'm not sure that I can't.
Oh, because of Congress in general, you mean?
Well, I'd have to look at my history, but I'm not sure it was always that way. But as it currently functions, the Speaker of the House decides what gets debated, what comes up for a vote, what gets out of committee, and when committees can hear or vote on something. So that all rests in one guy that has no morality, is quite likely massively corrupt, and shouldn't even really have been elected anyway. I mean, the guy is a complete fraud. He was the dean of a college that never opened.
I mean, the thing is, these people are public servants, and they quickly forget that.
Because
they work for us. They're supposed to work for us.
But okay, perfect example. Look at when I talk about that is just download a new narrative. Look at I'm pleased that there are conservative influencers and podcasters and media figures that, like Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, that are sticking to their beliefs. I do genuinely appreciate that. We don't often. It's like how I feel, but with Massey, I don't agree with everything that he does, but I do believe that he's acting based on his own core values.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, I hate to say it, but have you seen any Democrat come out like she did on the
no
Megyn Kelly show?
No, not at all.
I mean, Jesus, why isn't nobody else screaming like she does?
What exactly?
I mean, unbelievable. Nobody.
Exactly.
I haven't heard a peep out of any of these freaking
Nancy May. Nancy May,
assholes.
another. Now, I think she's crazier than batshit, but when it comes to that issue on the Epstein files and violence against women, the sexual exploitation of women, she is a stalwart. I mean, she is right there.
Yeah, I mean that. Like in Maine, for instance, there's a Senate race coming up with this guy Graham Planter, I think his name is.
Yeah,
Planter. So he's running against Plattner. He's running against Susan Collins. How the hell Susan Collins is still in office is beyond me. But
I have no idea.
She came out hardcore for the war and like won't talk about the Epstein files.
She's highly concerned about them.
Yeah, I mean, she's a woman. Like, not that should make a difference, but Jesus Christ.
Technically, it shouldn't, but honestly, I mean, come on. But yeah, the Iran. So going back to the Iran war is like just a month ago. I mean, we're still hearing, oh, well, I mean, because I watched the, like the Parker Get a Job and Dean Withers kind of.
Yeah, Parker Get a Job is hard to listen to.
And a month ago, it was that was it. Well, if Kamala, because they never pronounce her name correctly, even though it's the simplest thing to do, it's Kamala. Well, if Kamala had gotten elected, we'd be in World War III right now. If Kamala got elected, we'd be bombing Iran. If Kamala had gotten elected, we'd be in a whole bunch of wars. Why'd I vote for Trump? Because he does no new
Why did your accent just turn southern? Why did that happen?
I was born in the South.
Oh, okay.
No new wars. Just the most blithering bullshit. Because now the same people are, well, we always should have bombed Iran. I mean, they've been at war with us for 41 years.
America first, baby.
What kind of bullshit is this?
I mean, the thing about these guys is like Kamala was a terrible candidate, and Harris was not a good VP pick. Period. I mean, I really want to light this thing on fire, to be honest.
It was a
concession. See that
she was a concession.
But the thing is that she would have been a pretty good president and fucking way better than Trump. Jesus Christ.
A potted plant than Trump, because a potted plant wouldn't have done anything. It would have just been
Seriously.
there.
Yeah, you made this point before that nothing would have happened. Good.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
dude, we were
Republicans would have had
400,000 jobs a month increasing. Now Trump's entire year, he hasn't even cleaned. I think his whole entire year he's gained. I think he's actually negative now. It wasn't 180,000. I think now it's negative.
Had Kamala gotten elected, do you know what we'd have right now? We'd be on our 9th Senate, or we'd be on our 8th House Oversight Committee hearing on why Kamala Harris wore Chuck Taylors to the inauguration.
Well, yeah, probably how they stole the election or something. Who knows?
No. It would be something as stupid as a tan suit. It would be absolutely like a congressional hearing over her wearing Chuck Taylors.
And people's perceptions, I mean, the communication of the Republican Party, the Trump MAGA Party, I don't even call them Republicans anymore. I mean, it's stellar. I mean, it's like top notch. It really is.
I think they've started to cross lines.
Yeah, finally, because it's so extreme. They don't know what to do anymore. I mean, just some stats. Like they're talking about the Dow 50,000, Pam Bondi in those congressional meetings. Like literally, historically, I think it was a Friday of this past week. The Dow almost lost 1,000 points. It was on. I'm not sure how it finished. I don't think it finished down 1,000. But historically, there's only been 13 times in history when the Dow has dropped 1,000 points in one day. Right? President Trump. He was president for 11 of those times.
Yeah,
11 of those times.
I know. Yeah, he's the
business. And that's assuming that Friday didn't happen. I don't think it actually did lose 1,000 on Friday, but it was on track for that. But 11 times. This is the guy who's like, I mean, it's unbelievable. The reality and perception is just...
Look at Bitcoin and the dead cat bounce. Hit a 78,000 hit a 78,000 support ceiling and just freaking free fall.
Do you know what happened? Do you know that whole story? So that one of the theories behind why he wanted the war in Iran. Do you know about this? You probably heard this one. So one of the first things they hit. It wasn't the military. It wasn't the missile silos that were firing the trucks that were firing the ballistic missiles at their neighbors. You know what it was? It was their Bitcoin farm.
God.
So Iran had this insane Bitcoin farm that they've had there for years, mining coins, and they've been using it to basically funnel some of their money into like not so great places. But they've been making money outside of their oil, which is sanctioned. And that's how they're doing it. So they blew up their Bitcoin farm, but you'll never guess who has a 180,000 acre new Bitcoin farm in Texas.
Elon Musk.
Nope. It is Eric Trump.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. A wind-powered Bitcoin farm.
No.
That was created before all the refunds and the subsidies were pulled.
Well, not for nothing, but now we're focused on Cuba as well. And I think I brought this up in an earlier live stream. At first, I was just...
sorry. The reason why that's... Sorry, 1 second. The reason why that's actually... connected is because when you have a Bitcoin farm that is that massive and you remove it from the chain, it actually, if you have another one that's equally as large, it makes it way easier for the other farm to mine coins. Like it reduces the difficulty like exponentially, like ridiculous. Really? Huge difference.
I thought it was just a calculation thing.
It is, but if you have that much power being calculated from one area, you're getting more of a benefit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It shortens the time frame of somebody else to actually.
There's more of a chance because it's always a chance percentile. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Anyways, so it's insane. Like the corruption in this place. I mean, it's really thought through. We had a hand to them. I mean, my God. Every time you turn a corner, there's something else.
In the Shield of America's speech that he gave, he literally just said, I forget what it was in reference to, but he asked Marco, "Can I get paid for that? We need to find out some way I can get paid for that." Just right out.
That speech was terrible. Can you imagine being one of the leaders from South America?
Like, I'm not going to speak your damn language.
Yeah.
Did you hear
Unbelievable.
that part of it?
Oh yeah.
And then Marco, like some obsequious little fucking mouse. Is it okay if I speak Spanish? You gotta be kidding me. Now I
Yeah.
can't speak Spanish. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible at it. However,
You can join the rest of the Americans that can only speak one language.
no. Here's the thing, though. I can understand it slowly.
I'm one of them.
I can actually I understand Spanish. It's been very useful throughout my life, and because I can't speak it at all. I just de nada. It just I can't pronounce it well. I can't roll my R's. I'm a mess, but I can read it and I can understand it, at least like 70%, and I get the rest of it from context. But I've never literally just said, I'm not going to speak your damn language. Really?
I know there's probably a huge percentile of the U.S. Population that watched that were just like, yeah, but whatever.
And then Pete Hegseth, who's supposed to be running this war with Iran, says, I'm only going to speak American.
I know. Well, let's get on to more fun things like the Epstein files. What do you got?
Craziest thing I've heard or seen in the Epstein files so far. Well, just recently. There is a picture going around, and I actually did not spend time to see if it was AI generated or not, where it would appear he's smiling and holding a girl by her hair up like this.
Oh, wow, I haven't seen that one. Yikes.
Yeah.
I have seen a couple photos of him surrounded by very young little girls that were supposed to be on the island. Pretty horrifying. I think the craziest thing that I've seen lately is that Courtney Love was on the island, and now people think that she actually had Kurt Cobain killed, that it wasn't suicide because of emails that went back and forth.
Wow. I was
Beat that
not
one.
expecting
Beat
that
one.
Oh.
All right.
Again, Moriarty. That's all I'm saying.
Do you hear what China did recently?
Fucking already. What did China do?
Public execution of 3 child sex offenders. And they televised it.
Go China. I mean, say what you will about China, the slave labor, the violation of human rights, but they are a get shit done country.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to agree with the way they're organized, but
well, no, of course not. Their structure is awful. But at the end of the day, they get shit done.
Apparently they have beautiful airports. I haven't seen them yet, but
they get shit done. In brutal, inhuman fashion, but again, they get shit done.
Well, maybe when Emperor Trump takes over, he'll make America great again. For real. Fingers crossed.
I honestly feel sometimes that one, it is all theater, right? I think the Epstein files can kind of confirm that for everybody. Everything we see in Washington, D.C., everything that goes on with this administration is purely theater. What did we used to say about the Soviet Union? It's not what they say, it's what they do.
I mean, you could probably say that that's kind of Trump's angle, is that he's probably the first person to run for office that's really embraced the theater part.
Correct, that it's all a carnival sideshow. But he's still a puppet. I mean,
you think he is?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Peter Thiel just dumped like all of his shares in Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, and Microsoft. Like all of them. What does he know that we don't?
What does he know that we don't?
I mean, that's literally like the hottest tech stocks. It's like holding the market up right now.
Tesla's burned their brand.
But they're getting roped into Starlink.
But I think if you look at those stocks, if you look at those tech companies, they've all invested very heavily into AI. So what does Peter Thiel know that I think anybody who has actually used AI to try and do their job or try to help do their job knows?
Yeah.
Is that AI is nowhere near ready for what they are actually acting on right now of
Yeah.
laying people off.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of talk around that whole part of it too. A lot of these companies, like Amazon, for instance, they overhired for years, and they needed some way to get rid of people. And when they did it, they just used AI as an excuse.
I think that's a facile. I mean, did they overhire?
No, seriously, they like doubled their employment from in 2 years. Like insane. It was like 600,000 to like 1.3 million.
Well, but I mean, the enshittification has progressed apace. I mean, that's so.
Well, I mean, it doesn't correlate with their earnings or output or whatever. So,
well, I would say what Peter Thiel knows is that all those companies are heavily leveraged on AI, and the AI bubble is about to burst because even though they're knocking out SaaS companies are taking a hit because of some perceived capability of AI, that AI is not ready for prime time yet. Here's the thing. I can tell instantly when someone uses AI to write an email or a report.
well, it depends how good you are with it. But yes, I agree. It's a tool like anything else.
It is a tool like anything else. Did Excel wipe out a whole bunch of accounting jobs? Sure, it did. But
Yeah, the people that wrote the spreadsheets by hand.
right. And you needed more people to write the spreadsheets by hand because writing in a spreadsheet by hand on a colander pad is.
Would you want to be a shoemaker when the car was invented? Probably not. A horseshoe maker,
carriage maker,
carriage maker. Yeah.
But there
You
again,
had to turn to RVs at that point.
So now you might go from 10 people doing a job to 5, and their job is not to actually generate the reports or the content. It's to fact check and double check the AI who is actually doing the generation.
The only thing that I've seen that's credible as far as taking away jobs, to be honest, which is actually entertaining, are these big they're like strategy
oh, you mean like I know what you're talking about. They're like
Ernst & Young and Deloitte, the Big Four, where they have like
firms.
Insight into the economy, and these companies would pay them a shitload of money per month to get these insights, and now they're just doing it through AI, and they're like, well, we have proprietary information. Like, yeah, sure you do, but it's not worth we could do this for nothing compared to paying you $500,000 a month.
Oh, for sure. It's
that's really the only true disruption so far, they're saying. So
no,
which is pretty silly, and I'm totally fine with.
So that's Peter Thiel is all over. I mean, I think Peter Thiel, like we spoke earlier, Epstein molded and formed Peter Thiel's worldview. So what does that say?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know about him dumping the stocks, but he definitely has some insider information coming from somewhere.
Either that, or he's going to tank the AI companies himself. He could do it.
That's just
think of all the insider information in trading and just in general intelligence that Palantir generates on a daily basis.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they're so focused on using Claude when they have Palantir. Isn't Palantir its own LLM? Like, I'm so confused what the hell Palantir is now.
Palantir does not get into AI.
It uses the whole point of AI.
Okay, so it uses machine learning AI to sift data, but it's still going through. It's still just Palantir is just a massive surveillance company.
but their whole value is that they can filter that information using AI.
Right, but you still have analysts and people that are generating the actionable intelligence on that. It just AI is great at processing large amounts of data. That's what they use it for.
Well, my point is, why do they need Anthropic? Is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? I was curious about that. It's like it shows like a kind of a weakness, to be honest.
I think Palantir has stayed away from like that type of AI.
Well, it's not really a difference.
Or maybe they just haven't stolen it yet.
I don't know. I guess apparently Anthropic has something they don't, so they wanted it.
And they're going to get it.
One way or another, probably.
I do think some of the quest to get, I would, if I had to guess, I would say Palantir might be late to the game on AI compared to Anthropic and OpenAI. So one thing I have noticed is that kind of like most tech companies, the reason that they are successful initially is because their company or their service exploits loopholes in the law that allows them to do things that would technically that are borderline illegal. It's just they're not illegal because the law hasn't caught up to the method of the loophole yet. Case in point, and I do like him a lot, Mark Cuban, right?
Okay.
Mark Cuban generated all his wealth in his company by essentially pirating video. He developed
I've heard this before.
to pirate and stream video. Okay. He then sold it for a ton of money. And then suddenly, as it became more well-known and everything else, the technology that he used to generate all his wealth became illegal. You had the FBI started investigating people, streaming, going after LimeWire, going after Napster. But
yeah, who was the guy that hid in Australia? Those famous, the big mega upload guy. Remember him?
Yeah, Kim.com.
Yep.
But yeah,
I thought he got his wealth of like starting like a t-shirt company or something.
Nope. That was the Fubu guy. Nope. Mark Cuban developed software and the capability to stream video over the internet so that he could watch IU basketball games. Pirating a copyrighted broadcast.
Okay.
But the laws didn't really cover streaming over the internet. It covered broadcasting over airwaves. So
they did.
Again, a loophole that he was able to exploit, because what he did, even by 2001, would have been 100% illegal.
Yeah, your loophole is what they call a disruption in the tech industry.
Oh yeah, well,
Disruptor.
A loophole is a loophole is a loophole.
Well,
the letter of the law, not the spirit.
It's true. I have to split soon, but I just had one question for you.
Sure.
What is your plan to avoid the hyper drug resistant super gonorrhea that's going around?
You have to ask just one or say one fucking thing every stream. That means I can't leave this up. I have to remove it and possibly edit some shit out. You do it every fucking time.
That's why you brought me on. Isn't it the whole point?
God damn. The super gonorrhea. I don't know.
You heard of this? It's a real thing.
I have heard of it. Isn't it more prevalent in nursing homes and senior communities?
I don't know.
Might want to check that.
Yikes.
So stay away from old folks' homes.
That is stop having sex in old folks' homes.
Avoid it. Don't get old.
All right. And with that, I'll leave you.
Have a good night.
Cross the line. Good night.
And that was Gabe, aka the Face Crusher, and some obnoxiously. If you've seen this video before, every live stream, I swear to God, he just asks a question that requires me to not leave this stream up and edit it out. Last time, I don't even want to mention it. But thanks for watching USMC 9/11. Thanks for your comments. Please hit like and subscribe. And until next time.